Hi, welcome back to HeyFunkyDrummer.com. My name is Stu Roberts and today we're going to be having another look at linear drumming. For those of you who have seen the first video, you'll remember that linear drumming is where only one part of the drum kit sounds at any one time. So in the first video we checked out a beat that sounded like this. In that instance, you can hear that there's only one part of the kit sounding at any one time, which is the complete opposite to, our kind of basic rock rhythm where we've got bass drum and hi-hat coming together, hi-hat and snare drum, this kind of thing. So today, to extend our linear drumming vocabulary, we're going to learn a fresh beat which is very loosely based on what Steve Gadd played on a Chick Corea record called Lenore, which is really worth checking out. So let's take it apart piece by piece, and hopefully by the end of this lesson you'll have a pretty clear idea on what to do. Right, so we're going to begin by looking at the sticking pattern of the first 8 notes. And it's very simple, it's just an inverted paradiddle. So if you're not sure what that sticking pattern is, all it is 8 notes, start with the right hand, 2 lefts, and then a right. And then we flip that round, so it's 1 left, 2 rights, and then a left. And that just sounds like this. Let's try that together. So if you've got some sticks to hand, grab them, get on a practice pad and run this a couple of times. So it's right, left, left, right, followed by left, right, right, left. Let's try that a couple of times. Right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. Okay, so now you've got that under your hands, let's have a look and see where is it orchestrated on the kit. Very first note with the right hand is going to be on the floor tom over here. We're then going to have the left hand on the hi-hat for 2 beats, and then the right hand coming back over to the snare drum. So those 4 notes sound like this. So right, left, left, right. And now we're going to be dealing with 16th notes. So we're going to be counting 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So let's count that off and add those 4 notes in. So 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 3E and a 4E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Okay, hope that makes sense so far. Now let's look at the next portion. So we can see we have a left on the hi-hat, 2 right-handed grace notes on the snare drum, and then a left hand on the hats. So if we count the bar, we'll have 1E and a 1E and a 1E and a. Okay, now let's put beats 1 and 2 together, and you'll see how the inverted paradiddle sticking is applied. Okay, Hope you're with me up until that point. Okay, so beat 3 in the bar, because we've had 1E and a 2E and ah. Beat 3 lands on the bass drum with the right foot. So just very simply, bass drum on its own, 1E and a 2E and a 3. Easy enough. Let's try that one more time, just for luck. 1E and a 2E and a 3. Right, now let's add together beat 1, beat 2, and beat 3. So it's inverted paradiddle beginning with the right hand, an inverted paradiddle starting with left hand on the hi-hat, and then the bass drum. Okay, here we go. Okay, hope that makes sense so far. Now, beat 4, very, very simple. All we're doing is we're taking right hand on the snare drum, then the left hand on the hats, and then 2 beats on the bass drum. So, beat 4. One E and a 2E and a 3E and a. And if we just backtrack into beat 3 again, just for a moment, what I'm just remembering is that after I play the bass drum, I'm also going to add another 2 notes on the kit. So after the bass drum, listen for those extra 2 notes. That's helping me remember. It's a right, then a left, right hand on the snare drum, left hand on the hats. Okay, so now let's put the whole thing together nice and slowly, and we'll just run it a couple of times, and hopefully you'll begin to get this under your hands. Okay, I hope that's working out for you. Now what we're going to try and do is just create some tonal variation like we did in the first video, and we're just going to start to move our right hand around the drums a little bit just to create some tonal variation. So this is the same sticking pattern, same coordination, the same beat. We're just going to move that right hand around. And in that example, I also just moved my left hand, just out of habit there. So you can see the kind of tonal variations that we can create by moving both hands around. Next thing, a final thing with this, is just to throw in a couple of open hi-hat notes. And that'll just add a little bit of extra spice into the rhythm. So let's give that a whirl. So it's the same basic pattern, but we're going to add some right hand movement, some left hand movement, and we're going to open the hi-hat a couple of times. Let's give that a whirl. Okay, so that's basically all the ingredients you need to start working on that beat and developing your own sound with it. I'm going to mix all those different elements up now, just move the tempo up ever so slightly, and I hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed the beat, and thanks very much for taking the time to check out this lesson.